All right, yo, we out here. And I think we're live. Seeing if we can get this thing going on multiple platforms at once. Let's see if I can verify what's good. All right, it looks like we're getting this thing going how we want to. For sure. All right. So first, looks like we're going to be putting together the gym first. Oops, didn't want to do that. And I think we are good. All right, so we out here. Like, subscribe, and share wherever you're coming in from. We are putting the gym back together, and we're live here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So we out here. Let's go. Got to figure out how to control this thing. There you go. Oh, don't mirror that. That looks weird. How do you do this without mirroring? You're just trying to keep this thing simple out here. Which end is going down there? This one? Yeah. There we go. Mirrors off. So now you're just seeing it as it is. All right, we getting there. It's coming back together.
Hey man, we've gone down to the innards, the innards of our floor.
Yes, sir.
But hey, great foundation is necessary.
That's right. That's how you build.
Look at this one. Is it outside? Where is it? Oh, okay. Let me make it finish. Go back. Oh, you can pick it up. Yes.
Free ice cream, I heard. Ice cream doesn't help me at all.
Yeah, strawberries.
Ah, that milk allergy life. The struggle is real.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't put that link yet. Until we fix that. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, we can do it. And then that'll do whatever next project. So good work, man. Good work,
Let's go.
man. Yeah,
We out here.
some of the people. Maybe see, I'm gonna throw a feeler out there, see who's out there like to come jump around tonight. If that's the case, yeah, I can throw a couple cross velcros or something. And
That'd be dope, man. It's back. Almost, almost. All right, now I got a little bit more work to do, and then I'm gonna get on this my workout. Game time. Game time. All right, I think I'm gonna clock out now. Let's see.
here, coach.
All right, bro. All right. All right. There we go. All right. So my first project is modifying this. Is modifying this to use for a single leg squat. I don't know how much the thing costs. You can buy something that's knee height with this little rolly on it, but I do know that this thing costs $10, so I'm gonna cut it and make my own. X-Acto knives, got a whole collection of them. Trying to get your pair stunning on? Yeah, it's true. Time to get surgical. It's gonna make a mess. I'm gonna have to clean this all up later. It's gonna be interesting. I might need a longer blade than I thought. A box cutter would have been nice. Progress. I guess the handle is about 1.5 inches wide. So that's the cut I have to make through this. I'm gonna go get a trash can because I'm not trying to vacuum this up later. All right, one time. Keep it simple. It's gonna work. Huh? I don't know. I think they're in class until him and Caden came over yesterday, but they're in class till 5:30. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. Catching the vision. All right, you know what? We're gonna get back to this later. Need a bigger knife, but I'm gonna get this work in. It's game time, baby. I was. Probably not. Actually, good with battery. All right, 50 of those. Step right into handstands. Get those wrists loose. It's game time. Ten seconds to spare. That's a good rep. All right, back to the usual pancake stretch. And some hip flexors. Consistency is key, baby. I did get some stretches in class earlier today. Got kind of called out, but not really. That's all good. Okay, having done that, let's get these dip bars. We'll get some planche action going. The cooking of shoulders. I can feel it though, inch by inch and step by step. This is a journey. Don't get it twisted, man. I'm not out here because I'm a pro and I have all the answers. I do not. I'm just trying to get better. And if there's something in my experience that can help you improve too, then that's what this is all about. Motivate and inspire. That's what it is. All right. So with the first set being done, I'm gonna get into my book, start logging everything. I like these better than apps. It's more tangible. When you write down a weight that you can do or a move that you can do in pencil, it means a little bit more than if you're writing it or just typing it in digitally. Maybe it's just me, but this is the way to go. This is a moleskin. Moleskin. If you like keeping notes on something that's pretty easy to keep in your pocket or backpack, gym bag, grab one of these and throw it in there. All right, let's see. Today is 25th. We're doing handstands and basically deadlift today. So which one of these is this? This is like the shortest of these workouts. All right. Handstand, pancake, flexors, planche, tucks. All right. It's 4 sets of that. And then planche push-ups and squat jumps. And then archer push-ups. And then the other thing I learned I need to add for my handstand practice yesterday is it's like a lean into your handstand form with locked out arms. So we're just gonna call that handstand lean. And I guess it's more of a pump. I'll show you when I get there. But the other one I'm gonna put that with is the slow downs. All right. And then after we do that, we get to the deadlifts, where we will be starting with, looks like, oh, I accomplished it last time. So we're gonna start.
Hey, I'm gonna catch some dessert with the fam.
All right, for sure.
Tonight, I don't know if you'll be around. But
I may be gone by then, but good to see you, man. Like that jersey.
yeah, I do.
We got to keep it going this year, man. Bigger and better. That's true. I would like to get a baseball jersey, like the button up like a shirt. Right. That was from the year before me.
Okay.
So we haven't done anything like that in years.
Well, I tell you what, if you're trying to do a softball, it's a mural. That's the one we don't get to do, right?
We do, but that's the one we've never done a jersey for because it's so early.
But throw it out there early, and at least the returners will know. Be like, oh,
that's true.
Yeah. You know,
I
think they get excited once they see your designs.
It's true. Then it's real.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, maybe I get into it. But once they're like, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Wait a minute. You know,
I'll put some things together before the summer's over.
I think even better now that expenses are a little different in the summer.
That's true.
So,
that's true. We're gonna start this now. Get yours early. All right, I got you, coach. Yeah, man. I'll shut it down when I go for sure. I like the breeze. I'll be back. Oh, okay. I'll be back. All right. Sounds good. There's hot yoga and then there's hot gym. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. All right, man. All right. All right, I'll close those doors. All right, so we got we're gonna be starting with progressive overload, okay? You're gonna hear me talk about that a lot when it comes to my workouts because I like to keep it simple, especially with weights. I'm not trying to do too much with that because gymnastics is the main priority. So the strength has to translate to that. The flexibility has to translate to that. It isn't just about being super big or super strong in that regard. But progressive overload is the thing that I like to do because I don't need a lot of sets to get in a lot of good work while continuing to push myself. If there's anything that I've noticed that is tiring or people get bored of in the gym, it's when they feel like they're doing the same thing over and over again without really seeing much improvement. But most of that comes from if people are telling you to do 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 10. Honestly, that's boring. It's really boring. And especially when you're hitting the weight and you get stronger because you're putting in those reps at those weights. It's like, well, what's next? And then you kind of get stuck. You might plateau or feel like you're plateauing because you're not constantly pushing yourself in the gym as you go. Progressive overload answers that question and breaks through all of that plateau. So, that being said, when it comes to the deadlift and when it comes to bench, since these are general strength exercises for me, it's different for everybody. But since they're general exercise, strength exercises for me, I do 4 sets in progressive overload. That means 10 reps at a weight, 8 reps at a higher weight, 6 reps at a higher weight, and 4 reps at the highest weight. Okay. And the way that I mark it is I'll go, if I can get all sets done completely, full reps, 10, 8, 6, 4, and I don't need a break between anything, then next week, whatever my 8 rep weight was, that will become my 10 rep weight. My 6 rep weight becomes my 8, my 4 becomes my 6, and I have a new high as my 4. All right. So that's one way that you can progressively overload to build strength in not a lot of sets. I think it's the Nebraska pyramid that uses the same concept, but over the course of 8 sets. So you're going 10, 8, 6, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. All right. So you're getting 8 sets in with the Nebraska pyramid. If you're really trying to get like if you want to get really good at one particular exercise and you have the time to do that, by all means, go for the full pyramid. But for me, this is more maintenance. I'm trying to do a little bit with this. So I'm doing 4 sets of deadlifts. And more often than not, in terms of grip strength, which is really important in everything, I do deadlifts more for the grip strength. So we're not using any straps. We'll use a little bit of chalk, but it's just bare hands in the bar and the weight for that. I'm not going to be using any belts. Like, if my core is not strong enough to do the weight, I'm not doing the weight. All right. Build up to so my body supports the weight I'm trying to do, and if it's too much, I'm just not going to do it. So, that being said, I'll be starting my deadlift here at 245 for 8 reps because I completed last week's progressive overload of 225 for 10, 245 for 8, 265 for 6, and 285 for 4. This jump is going to put me at 305 for my 4 set rep. Um, I don't know if I'm going to complete that, but it's okay. If you go through and you can't complete all of the sets, then just stay in that rep range with those same weights next week when you come back and stick with it until you're able to complete it all the way. And then you jump up to the next set of weights. It's pretty simple. All right. So I'm going to put 225 here. I'll do a couple 225 to warm up just to get loose because that's always good too. But 245 uh, is where we're starting. And 305, I don't know if, even though it is a progressive overload, I may stay there because, like I said, I'm not trying to go so high that I need extra support. I'm not trying to get really great at deadlift for that. It's for general strength and maintenance. All right, enough talking to that. You've got the whole course. This is everything I'm doing today. We're going to get back into a handstand. and keep it pushing. Let me get some beats on here first, too. You know they're gonna try to copyright me for this, but I need my beats, man. Connect to that Bluetooth. All right, we live. Glitch Mob is my jam. Odessa too, but I'm feeling Glitch Mob right now, so little mind of a beast. Let's go, baby. There it is. Let's go. I'm feeling that. Let's get these stretch. Had about 10 seconds left there. So I was up for about 50. That's a good rep. Now, even if you're not into weights or handstands or any of that, I would recommend doing some sort of flexibility just in terms of your day to day. Because if you're sitting down all the time, you're standing up, whatever you do, however you move, flexibility is going to help you feel better at that. If you go to sleep and you wake up feeling really stiff and sore, stretch. Get some stretching in. Something I used to do that maybe I should get back into is I had a little 15, 20-minute stretch routine I would do before going to sleep. And consistently, when I would do that, man, I would wake up feeling like gold. No lower back pain, no legs being tight, none of that. And the other thing is, a lot of the soreness, if you work out consistently, a lot of the soreness that you feel, you can avoid a lot of that by stretching. So you can get the gains, you can even push yourself a little bit more because your muscles will feel better. They'll feel more limber, they'll feel more loose. All right. So keep that in mind. And I'm liking that because if I can consistently get my legs on the outside and hold that position, it's just a matter, extend the tuck, extend the legs. So it takes time. Obviously it takes time, but consistency is key. Can do it. All right, I'm gonna set the timer for my next set, third set incoming. And in this next minute and some, I'm gonna show you the different stretches you can do for your wrists, that you should do for your wrists to keep them nice and loose. There's eight. There's eight of them. You have palms down. You can pulse here. Gently. You have palms up. Gently again. If you've never done this before and you're not very flexible, expect it to be tight. Wrist reverse. Dorsal flex. It's the hardest one. Then you have knuckle push-ups. I always like popping my fingers here. To increase the difficulty, lean forward more, scoot your knees back, and when you get strong enough, get rid of your knees completely. I could do them on my first gymnastics team. We used to do these joints every night, 4 nights a week. Next one, fingertip push-up. Same thing in terms of increased difficulty. Just to get your forearms going. Next one is wrist rocker. You're going up all the way like that, and then down. Side view. Up there, and then down. And the last one, I don't know what this one's called, but it's the most painful. I hate it the most. Those 8 wrist stretches right there. Do like 10 pulses, 10 sets of those. You'll be in good shape. All right, there was the bell. Kick it up into another handstand. Let's get it, man. Grind don't stop. We rolling now. That set was kind of trash. 40 seconds. Should have given my wrist a little more of a rest. That was a nice little cramp. All right, planche, third set. All right, catch a rest here real quick. With some water. Now, I'll be honest with you. Right now, I think I'm weighing in at like what 200, around 203, 204. I need to get down to about 190. That'll be my optimal weight to be able to do these moves with less pressure on my wrists and joints and less weight to have to deal with in the actual move, especially the planche. So that's uh, that's what we're really trying to get to is the combination of the strength and being light enough to do it well. All right, give it another minute and a half. And just to describe the difference in the push up, the handstand variations that we did there, chest to the wall is harder, and you're actually forced to use your fingertips and your forearms more because you don't want to fall backwards onto your back. Kicking up back to the wall is easier because it takes the guesswork out of kicking. You know where the wall is, you know where your feet are going to be. The only problem is, while it does build a lot of shoulder strength, the position that you're in kind of arches you to a position where you wouldn't necessarily get to in a real handstand unless you kicked up too far because your hand being close to the wall, it's impossible to get like right up against the wall, if that makes sense. So if you can work up to the chest, and I guess here's how you do it. Start with your hands further away from the wall. You saw where my hands were when I did the cartwheel kick up. Just stay out there and worry about keeping your body extended out straight. As you get stronger, as you get more confident, back yourself up closer to the wall so you're more straight up and down. Hey, Davin F, appreciate it, man. We out here doing what we can, inch by inch and step by step. It's a journey. I have not reached the mountaintop. Appreciate it. All right, for this last handstand, I'm gonna go back to chest to wall. I think I'm at the stage now where that's where I need to be if I really want to see the gains and the improvement in my handstands. I need when I'm working my wrist to translate directly into my handstands, and this is the way to do it. I was about 40 seconds there as well, again, too, which is not bad. I guess I can put it contextually for you. Doing back to wall, it's been pretty easy for me to get like a whole minute up against the wall. But the problem is, if that's too easy or if I'm getting that too consistently, it means that it isn't helping me as much. So even though it sucks, feeling like, oh man, I'm weaker, you do a different move a different way, it targets a different thing. So there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just an area where I can work up to. I did back to wall kick up for years. It's only in this last week that I started doing chest to wall handstands. So it's completely new. And that's how it is sometimes. Start wherever you are though. Like it really doesn't matter. And don't be afraid to look weak, even if you got some muscle. And even if you don't, don't be worried about that at all. Just get out there and do what you got to do. Uh, the hustle is respected. Doesn't matter what you look like, where you coming from. If you in the gym, putting your time in, putting your work in, then I respect that. And everybody else too should. Everyone else should too, for that matter. All right, let's get another planche in the mix here. Sticking with it, man. Shout out. Yes, sir. I like this app. Give people props for coming in here and dropping a notice, man. I appreciate it. Let's get another planche. Oh, I feel that. It's good stuff. All right, decent height on my hips too. Okay, where I need to be. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we'll get a rest in, then we'll jump right into squat jumps and planche push-ups. And I'm gonna send a text out to the boys too, let them know I'm in here. All right, so the messages have been sent. One more minute, and then squat jumps and planche push-ups. Ah, there's the clock. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, this one's gonna go by quick. There's not much setup. It's just a matter of doing it. All right, 20 of those. This part of your shoulder right here, it doesn't get worked with most of the things you do. That's why I love the planche and all the people who can do it. Cause yeah, man, that thing stays low key. It don't matter if you could bench 400 pounds. It doesn't mean that this little thing right here is strong at all. Oh, shoot. But yeah, if you're tuning in, let me know what kind of moves do you find cool? What kind of moves would you like to do in the gym? What are your goals? What y'all being about? 40 seconds. 10 seconds. And I guess for clarification's sake, my rest between sets are a minute 45. I don't like sitting around too long in the gym, but that gives me enough time to recover so I have energy at least to push through a good set. Them plyos, man. Oh, but it must be done. This is the way. All right, here we go. The planchies again. Ah, ah. I'm not even leaning out that far, but I'm still feeling it. I mean, granted, I did separate both of my AC joints in the last several months, so it might be a factor. Hey, man, grind don't stop. We bringing it back. Getting back on the bench a couple days ago was legit. I was able to push some weight that I haven't pushed in a while because of these injuries. So it felt good getting back in the mix and seeing that the healing process is going well. So praise God for that. But let me mark this. Moving right along, man. Right into third set. I'm going for 20 squat jumps each set, just standard. And then I think I did 6 planche push-ups the first time and 7 the next. A lot of this calisthenics and bodyweight training, handstand, that type stuff, is more about the technique and the form than the strength. That's something I learned the hard way when it came to my first year in gymnastics. I thought I was doing something because I had some strength, but I couldn't do the simplest of stuff because all my stabilizers were weak. So switching to calisthenics, it taught me a lot about working the stuff in your body that doesn't get worked a lot. And it it showed me that just because the physique looks impressive doesn't mean that it's functional. And I struggled with that. I'll be honest, I struggled with that. So being able to learn and adapt and to still put in good work as far as weights are concerned, but transitioning more to body weight, I think it's been more beneficial for me. And I found myself able to do more in general. I'm more flexible. I can do some calisthenics things here and there. Um, I can do gymnastics. That's the win. All right, set 3, let's go. And I will say, one of the reasons why this plyometric training is important for me is because the limited tumbling that I do, in particular the back tucks, are really dependent on the fast twitch of that little squat jump. So I save my tucks to the end of my workout. So if you stay tuned, you'll get to see a few back tucks, and if this all pays off, but you'll also get to see if I still have the energy to get it done. So we'll see. More planche push-ups. Let's go. I know you saw that. Inch by inch, baby. Inch by inch. So eventually, I'm supposed to develop both the flexibility in my wrists and the strength in my shoulder. Notice my hand position for the last set. They should be at my waist if I have the strength developed to do a planche, but I don't. So you won't see my hands quite as far back as my waist yet. They're still a little, it's about halfway there. All right, let's get this rest, get this last set. After this, we have archer push-ups, which are a favorite of mine. They've been for a while, but it's a great way, instead of like doing dumbbell work or isolating on each pectoral muscle, it's a cool, and and it looks cool too. Just the move, calisthenics just look cool in general. But I'm a big fan of the archer push-ups, and have been improving in those as well. So we're gonna get some of those in after this next set of jump squats, archer push-ups, and then from there, 4 sets of the archer push-ups, and then we go into, I guess, no, you know what? Yeah, I'll superset the archer push-ups with the handstand lean pumps. And as I said earlier in the video, I'll show you what those look like. And then I'll do the slow down reps by themselves, because they honestly won't take that long, but they're probably going to take more energy than the handstand lean pumps. So I'll split those two up instead. That's what we'll do. 20 seconds, just like that. My legs, man, my legs. And in this heat, man, it's like 80 some degrees out here, 86. Like, make sure you're staying hydrated. Put some extra electrolytes in your water. I didn't put any in my water here today. I should have. There it is. Tickety talk, man. Let's go. Boy, we working. But it's good stuff, though. I need a breather before I get in these planches. Ah. I don't know what it is about these, but this part right here, my legs, Like this side of the muscle. It ain't even the whole leg. Just this part on both. That joint is hot. Oh. All right, let's do this, man. So it's close. Maybe an inch or two away from being aligned with my waist. That was a hard 5, man. This ain't regular push-ups. Hey, man. But hey, let's keep it pushing. Minute 45. I'm gonna catch my breath, get a sip of water, and then we go right into archer push-ups. We out here, baby. Let's go. That's better. Had to adjust the band, adjust the flow, you know what I'm saying? Whew. 15 seconds. All right, here we go. Now, like I said, archer push-ups look cool, but I'm not doing them because I want to do archer push-ups. I'm doing them because it's a push-up, it's another push-up variation that gives you the chance to work on straight arm strength. Handstand, the move I'm trying to focus on, requires straight arm strength. The planche, you saw me working tucks on the dip bars earlier. That requires straight arm strength. So I'm trying to work as many specific moves that are connected to the moves I want to do. Now, here's why I say that. Be willing to define your goals when you go to the gym. Don't, it's good if you're in the gym, all right? And it's good if you're there working out. But I would encourage you as you gain more experience and as you keep on going, try not to just go for the sake of going, but identify what your goals are. What are you trying to accomplish in particular in the gym? And how do the movements that you do in the gym contribute to it? If you can answer that question, there's there's hundreds of workouts and different things you can do in the gym. But if you have specific goals, there's also a great number of moves that will help you get better at those moves and at your goals. So you don't have to be in there doing what everyone else is doing. Like that's the beauty of it. You get to go do your own thing and be stronger in ways that you want to be stronger. So that's all I'll say on that. Enough wasting time. Let's get these push-ups. Yep. One thing I noticed I needed to do to get better at those push-ups myself is I would I would flare out one elbow going to one side. My elbow would be tucked in on the other side. Had to fix that. With them joints, it's all work. It's all work. I got 12 in total. No, 14 in total. So that's 7 aside. So I'll mark 7. And last time I did these, I was able to get like 10s. So that's a 10 each side. So I'll also throw in there, if you're going through your workout and you're following the same routine, but you find that the fourth or the fifth exercise, you don't feel like you're getting stronger at it, it might be a good idea to move that fourth or fifth exercise to like second or third instead and see if it makes a difference. Because it may not be that you're not improving, it might just be that you're tired. So don't be afraid to mix it up too much. I think it's good advice that people give when they say the most difficult thing that you're going to do it first while you're fresh. I agree with that. But as for everything else, it's fluid, man. It's fluid. 20 seconds. Hey, that time rolling quick now. 8. I'll take it. I'm being more mindful and more conscious to keep those elbows tucked in too. Oh, I was supposed to superset something with this. I'm not going to. It's too much. All right. 20 seconds. Round 3, baby. The grind does not stop. All right, there's a clock. Let's get it. It's a good rep. 7 more. 1 more of these. Let's keep it going, baby. What's going on, y'all? No, so now I got a bunch of people hiding in here. I don't think they're supposed to be here. Mug activity. They hiding from somebody. That's what I get for not closing the door. All right, 1 more set of these. Let's get it. All right, 6 more. I'll take it. It's like these kids ran out of here now. I might have known one of them too. Tough times. All right. It's hot here, man. Sweat equity. Take a moment. I'm gonna get some water. Then I'm gonna get these handstand pumps. 3 more exercises. Ah! Got a big fan over there helping my brother out. It's necessary. All right, let's get it. So this is the handstand pumps. This is to help get your lower back ready to actually press these joints. I'm not very good at it, but hopefully you'll get the principle. Hopefully you'll get the principle. The idea is just going to be in this position here and pumping to get your legs up, supporting your weight through your shoulders. Part of the real struggle with it is actually leaning forward enough. That's the scary part. But that's why you got to work your wrists. So leaning forward enough so that your weight transfers over there and then you can activate. If your weight is not over your hands, then you're just going to be kicking up indefinitely, not going anywhere. That's the scary part though. And I'm scared of that part though. Oh man. But this is what it takes. You got to conquer the fear, man. All right. We keep it simple here. That is a good strain on the shoulders, but I'm not going to rest for a minute 45 here. We're going to speed it up a little bit. A minute between reps, at least 5 pumps per set, and just worry about getting that lean and trusting the shoulders is the goal. So 3 more sets of that, then we'll do the slow downs, and then we set up for the deadlifts, the big finish. I'm actually going to go get the bar now so I can save a little bit of time later. Round 2. That weight went further than I thought it would. That was a better set. Was able to lean into it a little bit more, feel my back activating. The deadlifts, even though they aren't the best way to work this muscle, they help with that lower back strength too. So between that and probably the Superman stretch and then some back extensions, we don't have a machine for that here. So I can't do them here. I might if I figure something out. But those are some things you can do to try to get your lower back strong to do these presses. 1 minute, 2 down, 2 to go. Sweat. Can't even rest on my hips, man. More water, man. Started full today. Almost 6. Almost halfway. All right, there's the clock. Round 3, let's go. It's getting there. Oh, Scotty in the building. Yeah, man. You know I'm gonna be in later, but I gotta put in this work first. Yes, sir. I got this. Let me set my timer real quick. I got one more set of this. I got deadlifts. I got some back tucks, and then I'm done here. So after I do that, I'm going home, and it'll probably be a Fortnite stream after this. And I'll probably get on a little bit earlier because I don't have class tomorrow, just work, which means I'm more willing to stay up a little bit later. That's what I'm talking about. Supporting the flow, man. It has to be done. It has to be done. We out here, man. Where are you watching? Are you on YouTube or Twitch? One more. Let me get this set real quick. Woo, that pinch. All right, I'll hit you up. I'm gonna see if I can get check this out. I don't know if you see that on the screen or is that just showing on here? Oh, I'm yeah, I'm gonna see if Big Dog is getting in. I'm gonna text him now actually and find out if he's gonna be in sooner than later. But I'll hit you up. Oh, it is showing up on the screen. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave that there. Support gang. All right, that's 4 sets of that. Hey, Ali. Palau, my home. Let's go. Are you in Palau right now? That's so cool. Benedicta, are you in Palau right now? Ah, Man, that's crazy. I gotta tell you, man, Palau, one, oh, let me not do this before I hurt myself. Palau is like my home. For those who don't know, I was out there 5 years as a missionary. I loved every moment of it and wish I could have stayed longer. Palau's such a beautiful place, so many beautiful people, and I need to get back ASAP. ASAP. I love Palau, man. All right, so next up, we got the slow downs. I forgot, I jumped the gun a little bit. I'm moving this bar out the way, and we'll get 4 sets of these slow downs. I should go for 10. I will go for 10. This is gonna be the shoulder burnout right here. 10 of these slow downs, and then the deadlifts, and then we call it a day. Oh, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. All right, here we go. That's one. Keep it simple with these slow downs. The idea is to slow it down. It's a negative for the press. That's all it is. So the better I can get at controlling and feeling the weight coming down through my shoulders, the better it is when I start putting it in reverse. This exercise is the opposite of the one I just did. You have to kick up and then you slow down. You build strength on both ends, you put it together. That's the goal. Another minute, another rep. That's two. I should do 10, but I should have done these first. My wrists are gonna be cooked. I'll do 2 more and do deadlift and tucks. And maybe that'll be enough of a break for my wrists to come back and get a couple more in before I go. That's what we're gonna do. Gonna mix up the flow, but I'm not gonna cheat myself from the work. 20 seconds. All right, there we go. Check that email. All right, cool. Here we go. Round 3. Not bad. One more for the sake of the wrists. So what'd I do? Oh, I messed up my beats. Oh well. I'll switch it to Odessa now. These people are my jams too. 30 seconds. We working, man. We working. My shoulders are feeling it. My wrists are feeling it. And my legs. My legs are still feeling it. It must be done. This is the way. This is the way. 2 seconds. That was a strong rep to finish on. I like it. I like it. I like it. Gonna get set up here for deadlifts. 225 warm up. Big finish. Big finish. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling it now, especially when I crouch down to write in my notebook and then stand up. I feel that little bit of lightheadedness. So this is where you gotta be smart, but I still gotta finish. Breathe deep, and I'll be checking myself. It's good. 5 to get warm. 10 at 245. It's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I'm doing heavier weight, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of a break here. I probably go 2.5 just to make sure I'm good. Ain't trying to have no problems here. Breathe deep, breathe deep. 245, 1 minute to go. Chilling. Sit in front of this fan, cool down. Ah, 10 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Dang, I popped my finger pretty good there. Yes, sir. I'll take it. Form was not bad. That felt pretty good. We're gonna relax. 2.5. Then we go 265 for 8. Almost done. This close, man. One minute. Fifteen seconds. All right, let's get it. 265 for 8. Grip check. Little pause, but can't stop me. Let's go. 265 for 8. Rest it out. Rest it out. So something that messed me up when I started doing deadlifts a couple months ago is this. You see that? Junk jacked me up. I think it got dislocated or something playing basketball and could not bend it. Tossing was that junk hurt. But it's still not better yet, but it does impact my grip. So it is a little interesting doing these, especially because I'm doing it for grip strength. But it's not bad. It's not bad. We getting it. 1 minute. $20. Ambrose and Gunnell. If you haven't watched Severance, check it out. It took me a long time to get into it, but I'm glad I watched it. It's good on many levels. It's good. All right, here we go. Ooh, 285. 6 is the target. Messed up my flow, man. All right, I think we back. Let me make sure. Oh, we in here. Little break. All right. 305 incoming. We'll see what I got here. One minute. Almost there, man. I'm back. Feeling it. All right, here we go. 305 for 4. Let's do it. This was for all the marbles. I haven't had water in a while, so let me get some of that. All right, here we go. For better or for worse, 305 for 4. One more, one more. I'm not mad at that, but these calluses are. Yes, sir. It's been a long time, but we're bringing it back, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna work on putting that away. Next up, the closing touch will be back tucks. Gotta catch my breath and lightheadedness. I need to eat. I had a light breakfast, yogurt and a protein bar. Lunch was great. It was a quinoa with veggies. It was on point. I would have eaten more, but I had to go to class. But I did have some good fruit, another protein bar, and a little kind of dessert bar, tart bar. But between this heat Hey man, it's cooking out here. But we gonna do some tucks. I'll put the weights away later. I'm gonna cool down, make sure I got my head right, and then we gonna wrap this joint up. Now, the key, two keys. Having done the deadlift, which targets that lower back, I gotta make sure that it doesn't counter my core tightening for my rotation, my tucks. It's going the opposite direction. But the real big thing is gonna be trying not to set so deep for my tucks. I find that the deeper I set, the more I launch backwards. So I need to do like a shorter set. I tend to jump more straight up and down when I do that. So if you see me flying this way in the screen, it's probably because I set too deeply, ended up just flying backwards. So the goal will be not to do that, but if it happens, it happens. We out here. All right, let's see. Where's my mark? So not here, nah, more like here. Not bad. Need a better tuck. Hey man, let's get these reps. Still launching back. Oh, terrible tuck, but that's what I wanted for the set. All right, one more solid one. If on my feet. Myself. That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in for the workout in the books. I've done everything we sought to do today. Where is it? How's this thing work? There's the book. Turn off that mirror, please. Here we go. That's the work for today. Thanks for tuning in. We out here. We out. See you next time. Like, subscribe, share. Fitness. All kinds of vlogs, man. We look at everything out here. I'll see you next time. Peace.